Kevin Hart, my brother, you should have been making films like this a long time ago. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion for my movie review for Fatherhood, which is on Netflix right now. And if this is your first time finding me and you happen to like the video, please give me that thumbs up and consider subscribing. So if you've been on my channel before or you're subscribed, I'm pretty sure you've heard of me talk about Kevin Hart in the past. I do support the brother. I do want him to win. I am a casual fan of his work. I won't say that I'm a diehard. And when I say diehard, that just means that I'm just not like through the roof or salivating at the mouth every time he has a project come out. Now, I am more of a fan of his stand-up comedy than his movies. Not saying that all of his movies are bad or anything like that, no. But I'm just more of a fan of his stand-up. Every time I've seen a stand-up performance of Kevin Hart, I have laughed my ass off hysterically over and over and over again. I mean, it is expected. When it comes to his movies, it's kind of 50-50, hit or miss. Sometimes I do enjoy myself. Sometimes I do get annoyed with him screaming all the time, over exaggerating, and all the excessive short jokes. Those did kind of get a little bit stale to me. So when I first saw this trailer for Fatherhood debuting on Netflix, it was a completely different tone from what I've seen him before. And I don't want to go as far as saying that I've seen every film that he's been in. I was saying, wow, this looks like more of a drama than a comedy. Looks like he's really going to start showing some range as far as his acting abilities are concerned. And I was anticipating. I mean, it was high. I was like, I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is going to be a great film. And I'll go ahead and, this movie is being directed by Mr. Paul Weitz. If you're not too familiar with that name, this is what the gentleman looks like right here. If you go down to his filmography, he did do Down to Earth with Chris Rock and American Pie, In Good Company, and you can see the rest of his titles right here. So he is a pretty good director, and that is who is behind this film right here, Fatherhood, which I said is on Netflix. But before I get into my review and get into all the nitty-gritty, let me tell you exactly what this thing is about. A father brings up his baby girl as a single dad after the unexpected death of his wife, who died a day after their daughter's birth. And I could be incorrect, but I believe this is based on a true story. If so or not, please let me know respectfully down in the comment section below. Now, at the intro of this video, I said that Kevin Hart should have been doing movies like this a long time ago, and my goodness gracious, that can't be said enough. I love this film. I thought it was absolutely fantastic from beginning to end. There was no dull moments. I was laughing. I was caring. There was this one moment at a time or a few where I thought I was going to start crying. I started welling up because things were just so emotional. Now, when I say all of that, I don't want to go as far as saying that this is going to win an Oscar during the Academy Awards. But if it did, I wouldn't be upset about that either. But overall, guys, this is a fantastic film, and I respect Kevin Hart so much more as far as his acting chops are concerned, because like I said, he really did show his range with his performance and letting us know as audience members what he is capable of doing when he's in front of the camera. I mean, when you're watching this film, you really do feel sorry for this man. He is emoting, and you can feel all of it through the screen, and I just felt bad. I mean, it's just horrible if your wife dies a day after your daughter's born and you don't know what to do. Parenting is easier for some than others. I have no experience, but that's just what I hear. And I can imagine that. I mean, just naturally, some people are better fit as parents than others. Doesn't mean that you're a bad person if you're not, but it just goes to show that it comes across easier for some people. And it's just like he's just not there, and he's struggling and just trying to manage and be the best father that he can possibly be. And that's what this film is about, and you get to see that on multiple levels. Not only does Kevin Hart do a great job in this film, but the whole supporting cast does as well. Little Rel Howery is in this, as well as Alfre Woodard. I'm a big fan of both of their work, more of a fan of Alfre Woodard because she's been around for so much long. Little Rel Howery is still new for me. I think the first time I saw him was, I think in 2017 or 13? I can't remember when Get Out came out with Daniel Kaluuya, but I think that's the first time I saw him pop up. But they're both great, and they both bring something to the table within this movie to give just great performances. Little Rel Howery is more on the comedic side, but he's not just making outlandish jokes just to try to get you to laugh or anything like that. No, I mean, the jokes that he delivers are natural and organic. They aren't forced or anything. And while there are funny moments in this movie, I don't even want to go as far as saying that it's a comedy. I mean, it's just more of a drama, and they have comedy first, you know, in the synopsis as it's being described here on Internet Movie Database, IMDb. But he did a great job too. And like, while my respect level went up for Kevin Hart, it also went up for Little Red Howery in this film as well. But going back to Alfre Woodard, again, she is iconic to me. She has been in the acting game for such a long time, and I just continue hoping that her career will flourish until she just doesn't want to act anymore. And hopefully she does not make that decision anytime soon. But I loved her and all the banter that her and Kevin Hart's character Matt were going on between each other. She is his mother-in-law, you know, and we do get a good relationship on screen between her and also Kevin Hart's mother as well. There's like a little triangular relationship, and I just like the conversations, the dialogue that is taking place between all of these three characters. They're not holding any punches. They're being very honest with each other about how they feel, and that just makes this movie that much more tangible and real, because, you know, nothing is, they don't sugarcoat anything. No family is perfect, and neither is this family in this film as well. And they shot all that, and that's just something that I really do appreciate. I also want to give some shine to Miss Deborah Wise. She is a love interest in this film as well. If you know her, she was in She's Gotta Have It, a Spike Lee production. She does a great job as well. Beautiful woman. I love those eyes and I love that skin. She was also a great addition to this film as well, so I wanted to give her some credit too. Now also, if you've seen the Amazon series Them that came out about a month ago or a few weeks ago, I'm pretty sure you've heard of Melody Hurd, the young black girl, and also Deborah Arende. They was in this film as well. Deborah, just for a brief moment, she was Kevin Hart's wife that died. She passed away, and I'm not spoiling anything. That's the whole plot of the film. But Melody Hurd, the little girl, she did a great job in Them, and she did even a better job in this film right here, Fatherhood. I mean, this little young lady right here is very, very talented. She has a lot going for her, and I can't wait to see how her career develops over the next coming years. But just seeing her going back and forth with Kevin Hart, I mean, it was truly touching. It was truly heartwarming. And I felt sorry for both of them and the predicament they were in as they're just trying to survive and live the best life that they possibly can. And I feel so bad. I cannot find this brother's name, but he is the husband of Alfre Woodard in this film as well. He's the father-in-law to Kevin Hart. He did a great job too. There's just a conversation that him and Matt, that's Kevin Hart's character, are having just about fatherhood. It's like there's no such thing as a perfect parent, a perfect father, a perfect mother, a perfect situation. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much you prepare yourselves, I mean, there's just so many times where you're just not going to know what you're doing. It's not just that. It's just the delivery of the lines that really spoke to me. I love this film. It also had great montages and transitions from scene to scene, showing Kevin Hart's character Matt and his daughter Maddie getting along, growing up together, going here and going there. I mean, I love that there is a lovely soundtrack and score in the background as well that complements each scene, just to have it, make it have that much more substance. I love this film. This is actually one of the best films that I've seen Kevin Hart in. I want him to win, and I want him to do more dramedies like this as well, because it was great, and I really have no complaints. There is something that did bug me in the ending credits, which was not necessarily a part of the film. I don't want to spoil it for you, but I kind of said to myself, why did y'all have to include this? But other than that, guys, I thought this film was phenomenal. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please click around here if you want to see any of my videos that I've posted lately. And if I had to give Fatherhood a rating out of a 1 out of 10, I'm going to give this film a 9 out of a 10. Yes, a 9 out of 10. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.